The new seasons of the Arrowverse are around a month away, and one of those seasons is Arrow Season 8, the final season of Arrow, which will last 10 episodes, which is a lot shorter than every season had 23, or in the case of Season 7, 22 episodes, while Season 8, the final season, will only have 10. A number of those episodes will be before Crisis, while a couple of them will be after, and in this video, I'm going to be going over everything we've learned about the season in the last couple months, the actual cast from the main cast, the recurring characters, and the confirmed guest stars, or other characters that whatever their role in the season has not been confirmed. I'll go over the episode titles that have been confirmed, as well as certain details that we've learned about the season. So with that in mind, let's start with who will be on the main cast. The main cast includes 9 different actors playing 9 different characters. First of all, the main character, Oliver Queen, aka the Green Arrow, played by Stephen Amell. Oliver will obviously be the main character of the season, but it seems like, based off the synopsis, that Oliver will have a much bigger role, even comparatively to other seasons, than all of the other characters. Stephen Amell has already been confirmed to be playing multiple versions of Oliver Queen in Crisis on Infinite Earths, but maybe this season as well, and I'll talk about that more in detail in the details portion of this video. But then there's David Ramsey playing John Diggle, also known as Spartan, which means that those two characters, or those two actors, are the only two actors who are main characters on every single season of Arrow, Stephen Amell and David Ramsey. But then there's also Rick Gonzalez playing Renee Ramirez, also known as Wild Dog, Juliana Harkavy playing Dinah Drake, also known as Black Canary, but it seems like she kind of quit from being Black Canary, maybe. Then there's also Katie Cassidy Rogers playing Laura Lance, aka Black Canary of Earth 2. The rest of the cast includes the Flash Forwards characters, the characters who live in the year 2040, and are obviously a part of the Flash Forwards. Joseph David Jones is playing Connor Hawke, the son of Bronze Tiger and the adopted son of John Diggle and Lila Michaels. Catherine McNamara is playing Mia Smoke, the daughter of Oliver Queen and Felicity Smoke. Ben Lewis is playing William Clayton, the son of Oliver Queen and Samantha Clayton, and Charlie Barnett is playing John Diggle Jr., the son of John Diggle and Lila Michaels. So those 9 characters are the main cast, the series regulars of Season 8, which you might notice that Arsenal, aka Roy Harper, is not a part of the series regular cast, and that is the case despite the fact that he was in the last season, and that was his big return to Arrow. He left yet again in this season, and that might be because he's joining the Legends. That is possible based off something we've seen in a behind-the-scenes post from Legends of Tomorrow, but in terms of this season, he will be appearing, but not as a series regular. So 2 characters have been confirmed to be recurring this season, appearing in multiple episodes, but not enough to be considered series regulars. Andrea Sixtos is playing Zoe Ramirez, the daughter of Renee Ramirez, and LaMonica Garrett is returning as Marno Vu, aka The Monitor, who I expected to have a bigger role than he's going to be. I expected him to be a series regular in this season, to be in every episode, but it turns out that is not the case, but he will be in a lot of episodes as he is a recurring character, which I think it's like the craziest thing ever that The Monitor is a recurring character on a Green Arrow TV show, but that is definitely something that is happening. LaMonica Garrett is also playing the Anti-Monitor in this season during Crisis on Infinite Earths, but that character, the Anti-Monitor, will not be recurring in this season. It's just Marno Vu, aka The Monitor, and the actor who plays him. There are also a number of characters who have either left the show or died who are returning in the final season of Arrow. Colin Donnell playing Tommy Merlin, Josh Segarra playing Adrian Chase, and Susanna Thompson playing Maura Queen are all returning for the first episode, but it seems like as alternate versions of their characters from Earth 2. Will Holland playing Thea Queen, aka Speedy, and John Barrowman playing Malcolm Merlin will both be returning in this season in some episode. John Barrowman's character will probably not be the same Malcolm Merlin, as he's most likely dead. It's possible that he's not, but I think he is, and it's very likely he's either going to be an alternate version of the character, some sort of dream or hallucination. Also, Tasi Yamashiro, aka Katana, played by Ryuru Fukushima, is returning in the 2nd episode of the season, where the episode is titled Welcome to Hong Kong. Oliver will be going back to Hong Kong in that episode, and he will meet up with Katana, who will most likely be returning for the crossover. Finally, the latest confirmation for a character who is returning is Yao Fei, played by Byron Mann. Again, another character who is dead, most likely will be returning as either an alternate version of the character or as some sort of a hallucination or dream like he was in the end of the flashbacks in Season 5. So let's go over the details of the season, starting with what each episode will be about. Now, the first 7 episodes will all be a lead-up to Crisis on Infinite Earths. Episode 8 will be Crisis on Infinite Earths, while Episode 9 and 10 will be the fallout from the crossover. Now, the first 7 episodes, on top of being all a lead-up to the Crisis, each one will be an homage to a different season of Arrow. There are 7 episodes, 7 seasons before this one, so it makes sense that each one of them will get an homage in an episode, even though there might be 1 or 2 of them that just don't deserve an homage, namely Season 4, but each one of these episodes, except for Episode 7, the title has been confirmed, and based off the titles, I think I could maybe determine which seasons each one will be an homage to, also considering a lot of them have already been confirmed, or actually 2 of them have been confirmed, starting with Episode 1, titled Starling City. Now, the episodes are called Starling City, Welcome to Hong Kong, Leap of Faith, Present Tense, Proxinus, and Reset. Those are the first 6 episodes of the season, and each one of them, along with Episode 7, will be an homage to a different season of Arrow. Starling City, the first episode where Oliver will be going to Starling City of Earth 2, teaming up with Spartan and Black Canary, and whoever else Black Canary is working with, as well as Tommy Merlin, Adrian Chase, and Moira Queen are all going to be appearing, and this episode will be an homage to Season 1. Episode 2, Welcome to Hong Kong, will be an homage to Season 3, as Oliver will be going to Hong Kong on Earth 1 and recruiting Katana for the upcoming crossover. At least that's what I'm speculating, the recruitment part for the crossover, but that is definitely an homage to Season 3, as the flashbacks of Season 3 were mostly in Hong Kong, and Katana had a very big role only in that season and really no other season at all. We could also tell that Episode 5 will definitely be an homage to Season 5, although it has not been confirmed. The fact that it's called Proxinus, which is a Russian proverb or word or something that was mentioned in Season 5, and Season 5's flashbacks mostly took place in Russia, except for really right at the end. That's definitely going to be an homage to Season 5, even though Adrian Chase is actually appearing in Season 1, not in Season 5, but this Episode 5 is definitely going to be an homage to Season 5. So those 3 I know for a fact. The other 4 I don't really know. Leap of Faith doesn't really pertain to anything. Reset also doesn't really pertain to anything. Present Tense might, as Season 6 is the only season that doesn't have flashbacks or flash forwards, so it definitely focuses a lot more on the present day than any other season, so it's very likely that that will be an homage to Season 6, while maybe Episode 3, Leap of Faith, will be an homage to Season 2, Episode 7 to 7, and Episode 6, which is titled Reset, may be an homage to Season 4, as the show kind of did get a reset in Season 4. Not a very good one, but Oliver did become the Green Arrow. They kind of tried something different in the season, and it was kind of a reset for the show, and it went from being the Arrow to the Green Arrow, kind of like was the cutoff point between those 2 shows, so maybe Episode 6 will be an homage to Season 4, which again, that season doesn't really deserve one. Finally, Episode 8 will not be an homage to anything, but it will be the 4th part of Crisis on Infinite Earths, with Episode 9 and 10 being the fallout from the crossover. So, Episode 1 of the season will take place a week after the Season 7 finale. In that week between Episodes 22 of Season 7 and Episode 1 of Season 8, Oliver will be preparing for his upcoming quest, and he, John Diggle, and Black Canary of Earth 2 will all be getting new costumes, which were all revealed in concept arts as well as this image, where these new costumes will be their costumes in the season. It's crazy that in just 1 week, they all got new costumes, while in like years, they never got a new costume, but anyway, that is the case for this season, along with the fact that Oliver will actually travel around the world this season, not just the multiverse. In Episode 1, it's very clear he's going to a different universe, but it's also very clear that in Episode 2 and 5, he'll be going to Hong Kong and Russia of Earth 1, probably to recruit Katana and maybe Anatoly Knyazev for the upcoming crossover, and that will be his multiverse quest, or his recruitment quest for the upcoming crossover, which that part of it has not been confirmed 100% that's what the season will be about, but that's what people think, and it's very clear that that will be the case. And on this quest, Oliver will be aided by not just the Monitor, and not really the Monitor very much, because he's a recurring character, he won't be in every episode, but he's going to be aided by another character, and that character is either going to be Spartan or Black Canary. Speaking of Black Canary, it's been confirmed that she will have a superhero partner in the upcoming season now that she's a vigilante, and on Earth 2, she will have another character that she's going to be teaming up with. This could be Tommy Merlin, Adrian Chase, or Moira Queen of Earth 2, but I'm actually going to guess that it is the Green Arrow. If you saw The Flash Season 2, then you would know that the Green Arrow of Earth 2, or the Arrow at that point, was Robert Queen. His identity is public, but that is also the case for the Earth 1 Green Arrow, so that doesn't really matter. So it's very possible that Robert Queen, which it's a character that has not been confirmed to be returning. That doesn't mean it's not returning, but it does mean it's less likely, because why would they not reveal it? But it also means that maybe they're trying to keep the fact that they're going to actually reveal and show the Earth 2 Green Arrow and Robert Queen for the first time, and they wanted to keep it a secret and make it a surprise. So I think it's possible that Black Canary and Green Arrow of Earth 2, which is Robert Queen, will be teaming up in that episode, and they will be on a team together. But for some reason, Robert Queen is not going to be helping out in this multiverse quest, but it's possible that he will be returning for the crossover. One minor thing that has been confirmed is the fact that Renee will start to become more like the character we see in the Flash Forwards, where he's the mayor of the Glades, which is the rich part of Star City. In the future, he's the mayor of that place, and in this season we're going to see him become more like Renee in the future. The actor who plays him, Rick Gonzalez, also said that in the first episode, the way we see Renee is something that we've never seen before for the character. Based off the trailer, he just has a gun shooting at someone or pointing at someone, so maybe he's going to be darker than he was in previous seasons, where he becomes more of a politician now, but I don't really know, and honestly I don't really care that much. Renee is definitely not the most interesting character, and definitely not a part of the season that I'm very excited for. The final thing that has been confirmed has to do with Oliver Queen and his sense of humor. In this season, Oliver will start to crack more jokes and have much more of a sense of humor as he becomes more like the Oliver Queen of the comics, which is known to be Batman really, but an Archer version of Batman who has a sense of humor. Well, on the show, he's just an Archer version of Batman, which has kind of been a complaint of the show really ever since season 2 ended, where he really felt like Batman in season 3, and that was definitely not a good thing as they were just copying the character. I think that the different take on Oliver Queen, where he's a lot darker, I think it worked for the show for the most part, and I don't think that him being jokey maybe wouldn't have worked as well. But I also think in season 6 and 7, he should have started becoming more like the character in the comics, as after season 5, the darkness in him, it just didn't really help the show at all, and I think if they maybe went more lighthearted, it would have worked a little bit better. So honestly, I'm definitely interested in seeing a more lighthearted and more sense of humor oriented version of Oliver Queen in the upcoming season. We did see a more sense of humor oriented Oliver Queen in Elseworlds, where he was Barry Allen, and that was a lot of fun, and Stephen Amell did a great job as that more jokey version of the character, so I think that probably will be working in this season as well. Maybe Elseworlds was kind of like a test run to see if a jokey version of Oliver Queen will work, and it did, so now they're doing it in a full season of Arrow. So anyway, that is everything we know about Arrow Season 8 at this point. All the characters, all the details, and all the episode titles, and what seasons they're going to be an homage to. Definitely more things will be revealed over the course of the next month, but I didn't really want to make this video right before the season came out, and I thought that this would be a good time. Let me know which part of the season you are most anticipating in the comments down below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.